Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today we're going to talk about the 3 Universal classic horror movies that I will drop anything and everything to watch. Stay tuned. Okay, these 3 movies are from the classic Universal horror collection. Dates are like 1931 to about 1956. And these movies, I just enjoy watching. I have fun with them. And I would like to share them with you and would like your thoughts on any of them. So let's start with number 3. Yes, this movie is about a group of scientists who find a fossilized set of remains of a human amphibian hybrid arm. And so they go down to try to find the rest of the fossil with no luck. And then they speculate that where they were looking was actually part of a mountain that washed away from further up the river. So they go there and they end up in what's known as mysteriously as the Black Lagoon. And that's when things start happening. It turns out there's still a surviving creature from millennia long ago, and he starts terrorizing our favorite group. Richard Carlson is in this, who did a lot of 50s sci-fi for Universal. And Julie Adams is the female lead because in these movies you need to have a screamer. And so she's the screamer. And the other reason I like this movie is during the middle of it, she rocked a white one-piece swimsuit. So that's usually my favorite part of the movie right there. They eventually get trapped in the lagoon, and it's a fight for survival as they're battling the monster. That's why I like this one. So now for number 2.
Count Dracula sleeps in this coffin, but rises every night at sunset. Chick is right. This is awful silly stuff.
Yes, the 1948 classic Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. My personal favorite of the 3, but not my top favorite. This is a funny picture. This has Abbott and Costello kind of recreating their prime skits in the movie. They did a lot of ad-libbing, and some of the lines are hysterical, and every time I watch it, I'm quoting some of them myself. Abbott and Costello play Wilbur Gray and Chick Young. Chick Young and Wilbur Gray, actually, to get it right. They work as clerks in the railway station. They get a call from Larry Talbot. Yes, you may know Larry Talbot as the Wolfman. And so we've got the Wolfman in this, in addition to Frankenstein, and we also have Dracula. Now, the actors, besides Abbott and Costello, we've got, as Larry Talbot, Lon Chaney Jr., reprising his role as the Wolfman. And we also have Bela Lugosi coming back as Dracula. This is, believe it or not, his only second appearance as Count Dracula in film. The monster is played by Glenn Strange. This is his 3rd movie as the Frankenstein monster, and the last one for all of these actors playing their classic Universal horror monsters. So it's a continual chase. There's romance, there's horror, there's suspense, there's humor. I like this one a lot, and I would recommend it. This film also has made the American Film Institute 100 Funniest American Movies, and has also been enshrined at the Library of Congress, being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant, and is also up for preservation at the National Film Registry. So this film has a great legacy behind it, and I would encourage you to watch it. Now for my personal number 1. And it is 1935's Bride of Frankenstein, the direct sequel to the original Frankenstein, played by Boris Karloff, who reprises his role as the monster in this one. And this time, the monster is looking for a friend. What I like about this movie is that they've matured the monster. He can now speak. He can now do things. He can now develop empathy. And this was great, and this got lost in subsequent sequels of Frankenstein. It was interesting how they ended up doing that after this one, Son of Frankenstein. James Whale directed this and did a great job. It's basically our Dr. Frankenstein meets up with his mentor, Dr. Pretorius, and manages to con him into making a bride for the monster. That's legacy. So there's back and forth on that. The movie takes two different paths to eventually come back. We've got the monster traversing the countryside looking for a friend. He meets the blind hermit. If you ever saw Young Frankenstein, that was mocked really well. Frankenstein. Also, too, in that particular scene, there's two huntsmen that show up. One of them is a very familiar face. You'll need to watch it and look for it. He does a lot of Universal horror in the subsequent years. So we've got that. Una O'Connor is Millie, the housekeeper, who's the kind of the comic relief in this movie. Elsa Lancaster plays both the bride, and in the beginning of the movie, we have Mary Shelley getting ready to tell the rest of the story, if you would, to her husband and a friend, and also a friend. So that's part of it. So she has two roles. She's credited as Mary Shelley, but she's uncredited as the bride to keep the mystery going. So this is a great one. Like I said, this is a sad picture only because the monster continually gets rejected, and he's trying so hard to be a nice guy. But I would like this. I saw this on the big screen a couple of years ago, and it was great seeing it in a large format. I've enjoyed this a lot, and I would hope you would take time to go rent it or find it on a streaming service. So tell me, do you like these movies or not? Do you think I'm just an old fuddy-duddy? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, see you at the movies.